One. All right, Jim. All right, Bob. We've got RIP takeoff. We've got liftoff. Today's self-love show. Tyre Nichols. RIP, my man. Unpacked. Yes, sir. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get them in this joint.
Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? This is what y'all wanted me in Chicago. O block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? Niggas ain't outside. It's only 10 p.m. Where the fuck y'all niggas at, block?
O block right now. Where we at? Tell you something, man. This Nino Brown, man. I'm live on O block right now. Where we at? This O block. I'm from Miami. I just want to tell niggas, man, we gotta stop killing each other, man. Yeah, this shit ain't about nothing. All that killing shit, we gotta work together, man. Stop killing each other, my nigga. I had to come over here and tell niggas that shit, my nigga.
I'm right here. See where I'm at. I'm out here. Black Star Line cigars. For grown man. And some grown man stuff. And to the PDs, stop doing that killing. Please, stop doing that killing. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. You will be saved the trouble of trying all the way through the show to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be cleared and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child, for said the Master in spiritual things, quote, except ye become as little children, ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the self-love show is a lesson, not a lecture. All right, we start in 30 seconds. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Major topic, Tyre Nichols, RIP, Unpacked.
And even in this instance, if I could be of service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We like look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want.
Popping
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
That blue pill is fentanyl.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
That's it. Can you handle the truth? You on my frequency? Lessons, not lectures. I'm just a kid from Chicago. Self-love. Vision. I'm just a kid from Chicago.
Silverback, more.
I'm just a kid from Chicago. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Chi-Town's very own, The Self-Love Show, where we got two mottos. Motto number one is on earth as it is in heaven. All praise be to the Most High, the ancestors, and my late beloved Mama Sky. Big ups. Motto number two is as above, so below. Right now, this show can be found Malcolm exclusively on our YouTube channel. This ain't that network, or TATN. That's right. This your co-host, Nine Millie, also known as Self. What down. Repeat after he. I am greater than my excuse. I am greater than my excuse. I am greater than my excuse. We live and live in color. Today is Sunday, February 19, 2023. At approximately 2:20 p.m. at the Easy. As always, we love to acknowledge that you beautiful cats can be any place and at any time in this magnanimous universe. But thankfully, we all Scooter chose to be here together. Here together. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, sir?
Love. You know me, man. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, magnanimous, unfettered, unfiltered. Some say harsh. Many have said tough, but love just the same. Hey, so what's been going on in your neck of the Chi, man, since we last did the Self-Love Show?
It's been going on, bro. The weather up and down has been in a full effect. From 50s to 3 degrees back to 50. It's a
Hey,
trip.
well, it's Chicago, right?
Yep. Don't like the weather. Just wait a minute.
Y'all had a mild winter, man.
We've had very mild. It snowed the other day, but then it's 50 today.
Hey, bro, so they gentrifying Pilsen? Jacked up their property
Man,
taxes?
they been gentrified pills.
Yeah, but they're complaining about the taxes just went way, way up. Property tax.
Well, they're trying to get those people out of there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. This is a different phase of the gentrification, but they've already
Yes.
started the phasing.
Yes. They already got the people moving in and some moving out. They're trying to get rid of the people that,
Been
own,
there for years.
that
Yeah.
own fixed income.
Yeah. Well,
Trying to move them right on out of there out there.
so it's a way of eminent domain without using eminent domain, just price them out the game.
Facts.
Well, those are your lawmakers who make all the rules, not the bankers and the lobbyists, but those puppets.
Well, that's who's making it, the bankers and the lobbyists. They own those guys. They're in their pocket.
Facts. All right. Well, what to expect on this afternoon's show? We have the self-love show quote of the day. We always kick it off like that. Then, of course, we spin our more growth and development video. That's more growth and development. It's the platform in which the self-love show has been created. Tattoo tyranny out there. This whole show is about tattoo tyranny, or is it? We're going to unpack that. But we will have a separate video where we like to show our government interacting with its citizens. And we'll decide if it's tyranny or if it's not tyranny. You guys in the chat, feel free to chime in if you still got them. And then, of course, we have our dome teaser out there. That's our riddle. Your mind is an awful thing to waste. Okay. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The mind is a muscle. So we'll present you with a riddle. And if self-love doesn't solve it, or our smartest the chat rats on the internet, can't resolve the riddle, don't still have them, can't process information, aren't holding themselves and their family accountable, the parents, blaming the parents. If they can't come up with any of that, then I will provide the key at the end of the show. And then, of course, we always wrap it up. Don't forget the topic. Rest in peace, Tyre Nichols. We're unpacking that disaster today. We had some black or some melanated cops. Some have said all skin folk ain't kinfolk, but are they only our kinfolk when we like them? So we're going to be unpacking this topic and much more. And then, of course, my favorite part of the show, we always close it out with, and that's where this brother to my right summarizes the whole shebang off the rip, impromptu, a bit of prose out there, metaphysical, and it's dope. So that's what we got in store for y'all today. Self-love, any announcements, bro?
My peoples are having a 4th annual chili cook-off today. We'll be going over there after the show. Checking it out. Good people, good friends, good eats.
Is that open to the public? Is that open to the pubic?
That would be a no. I'll let you know next week who's the winner and what happened, but that would be a no.
All right. And I'm assuming it's all great chili from scratch.
I would think so. I don't think anybody's going to be bringing any Hormel in there and acting like they whipped that up.
Doctoring up some Hormel, boy. All right. So, all right. Good chili is never a bad idea. Y'all got the House Fest though, right?
June 23rd through the 25th. House stock. Yep. House stock. I'm gonna drop the link in the registration is open.
All right, so you guys, I'm gonna paint a picture for you. You're out there camping, but it's glamping. So, you got your espresso maker or what have you. You got your laptop, you got your You got your AirPods and everything like that. You know what I mean? You probably even have running water somewhere where you can take a poop in privacy. But the point is, you're glamping out there. You're living the life, but you're out there amongst the wilderness, out there in the peaceful country out there. We can't confirm there's no KKK out there, right? I mean, there's
There will not be any KKK, and we will
on the
have
premises.
security on the premises.
Yes. You know what I mean? And then important is the vibe. We all know how the house community is from our great city of Chicago. The vibe of fellow like-minded movers and shakers, and they're going to be moving and shaking it too, because there's going to be various house DJs stepping to the plate,
Facts.
performing, so you can get your jack on out there and some glamping. So yeah, that's self-love. Just dropped the link into the chat. House stock, all right? Woodstock for some, house stock for others.
That's right.
And you guys, I'll stop yapping, but before, make sure you like, share, subscribe, support House Stock. Also, we're up to 458 subscribers. Now we're gaining subscribers without the lossage. I don't know what that's all about. So, yeah. But let's keep doing it. You can tweet this link. You can post it on Facebook. You can, share it on any social media you're on. This is quality, uncut content. Quality, uncut content. We're out about lessons, not lectures.
Absolutely. And welcome to the Self-Love Show. Today we are unpacking Tyre Nichols. Rest in peace. Got a lot to offer you all. As always, we got some great video that I need you to watch. It's the Moral Growth and Development platform, which we are building Self-Love Nation off of. And before that, we have the Self-Love Show quote of the day. A system cannot ever built to protect. Once again, a system cannot fail those it was never built to protect. Van Newkirk. Development. Silverback Moral Growth and Development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silverback. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9,
Nina Ross.
close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
We're closing the gap. Let's get that gap closed, y'all.
Gotta get the gap closed. And number 10 is protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
Flesh. Protect yourselves, protect yours. By extension, protect the community. Well said, well done. In case y'all missed it, last week was volume 6 on our riveting series entitled 187 Bars. The first part of the series, we're focusing on the 187 part, meaning dead rappers and people in hip hop. We covered Lil JoJo last week. Rest in peace, condolences to his family. So if you guys want to check that out, it's right here on TATN. We also, you got anything you want to say about that show, Self?
Oh man, riveting. A lot of information. You want to know about that whole scene and what happened? Check it out.
Facts. Little JoJo, he's all of our young ones, you know. If we know better, we'll do better. So you guys have to know what's going on with the youth, or else you can't truly guide them. Also, once we, round out, which will never stop, but we're going to start infusing some of the bars to the 187 bars, because you guys know rappers rap in bars. There's a lot of incarceration that's taking place within the rap game to go along with the murder out there.
Absolutely. Facts. It's a revolving door for the whole game.
Microcosm of the community. Now it's just aired. Our dirty laundry is just aired by us.
Yes, it's set out there for us to follow example of going in and out of the industrial prison complex.
Which is slavery.
Absolutely.
And the topic tonight, Tyre Nichols, rest in peace, condolences to his family. We're unpacking that disaster. You guys like, share, subscribe, please. We have Tattoo Tyranny here. This one's called 3 of a Kind. Big ups to Inside Edition. This is fair use, educational purposes. We're unpacking this.
The LAPD under fire for a lethal start to the new year. 3 suspects have already died and families have questions. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes tells us Chief Michael Moore released video today saying that he wants everyone to see what happened.
LAPD off to a violent start of the new year. 3 cases its officers handled last week ended with dead suspects. This afternoon, LAPD Police Chief body cam video from those cases.
The use of deadly force is a last resort in this organization.
In the first case, officers were called to a Westlake home. The man there, 40-year-old Takar Smith, said to suffer from schizophrenia and had a restraining order against him. The video shows officers shot him as he threatened them with a butcher knife. But Moore says he has questions about how his department handled the family's initial call for help.
At no point during this call was our mental evaluation unit called for
You
assistance.
see how
or
far he
support
was away
from
with
one
that
of our
knife?
System-wide
Hey, man,
mental
this
assessment teams, also known as SMART.
The next
Sickening.
day, LAPD officers from Newton Division responded to a man who threw a metal object at a passing car, then threatened the driver with a knife. When they arrived, that man, Oscar Sanchez, went into an abandoned weapon. The body cam video in this case blocked by a police shield the officer was using.
Sanchez is observed holding a 2.5-foot long metal makeshift spear and advanced towards the officers. An officer-involved shooting occurred.
That same day, an officer responded to a traffic crash near Venice Boulevard in Lincoln. The man who caused the wreck, Keenan Anderson, was running around in the middle of the street and acting erratically. When he resisted arrest, he was tased and taken into custody. Moore says paramedics checked Anderson out at the scene and took him to a hospital, as is protocol after a taser incident. 4 hours later, though, Anderson developed problems and died at the hospital.
Los Angeles Police Department Forensic Science Division did a blood screen on Mr. Anderson's specimens. They tested positive for cocaine and cannabis.
But the 3 deadly use of force cases are drawing criticism. Anti-police violence protesters say the deaths could have easily been avoided.
We have mental health workers that respond to mental health crises.
Chief Morris says he expedited the release of those videos so the families and the public can see exactly what happened. All of the cases are still under investigation.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our
Big ups to ABC7.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was ABC7. Yeah, so I that's how the year started with LAPD, bro.
Sickening.
All right, so you got the guy, the family called it in as a mental health breakdown. You show up, you don't call the mental health team. That's all that's been put in place, all of the training you say they need, and blah, 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 blah. All that's been put in place. They don't do it. All of them show up like thugs. You know, this guy's having what the family described a mental health breakdown. He's on his knees wielding a knife.
It's crazy. I don't get it. They were pretty far away from him, and there were bikes in between them. It wasn't like he could just get up and stab somebody.
Yeah, well, they show 12 in training these worst case scenario videos that they can get their hands on. And that's the issue. So 12 is saying, well, we're showing isolated cases on shows like this of worst case scenarios, right? But it's the exact same types of cases that they show 12 when they're training them. So they'll show a guy like that on a mental health thing and flicks it out and happens to hit 12 right in the head, just a luck of the draw. And then 12, you know, uses that as justification, those isolated cases, to say, hey, even though I'm wearing a slug proof, the knife probably can't get through that. You know what I mean? Even though I'm distances away and I got other guys with me, more than likely, you know, he won't kill me, but at potential risk of me getting injured is justified to shoot this man 20, 30, 40 times, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I told you this before. We talked about it on the show that I knew some state policemen, and they were like, knives are worse than guns, and you shoot them faster with a knife. And I was like, what? He said, that's what the training is. And I don't understand it. Although he did say that the knife will go through the bulletproof vest better than a bullet will.
Okay, well, if that's the case, get him a vest that can protect both. I'm sure we have the technology.
Stand far enough away, get the mental people out there, the people that handle these situations out there.
Yeah, put on your riot.
Don't kill anybody.
Put on your riot gear. You know, put on your face mask. Go in there with that then. But you don't have to kill them. You know, they've got shields and riot gear that they can use and stand there and protect themselves. I mean, you had the brother literally a paraplegic with a knife. They shot him down in LA. Shot him down. Literally. I mean, you couldn't script this, bro.
It's crazy.
And this is after all of the people in the street, after all the lawsuits.
They don't care about none of that part.
All right, so.
Oh, it's very easy. Very easy.
Yeah. That's tyranny all day, every day. At this point, we can't blame 12. We have to start blaming the people, which is us.
Yeah. And although the head getting those videos out faster than normal, they've got to do something about killing the citizens. Period. You got to stop it.
And shielding their body cams with their hands and looking off the other direction and using a shield to block the view of the body cam. Instant termination at minimum. That should be instant termination.
Facts.
You know,
had a chill go through my body. I don't know what that was about. I played ball yesterday and my body's, letting me know about it, what it thinks of it. Get in shape, buddy.
All right.
Go out around there and play 6 games, then you're gonna pay the piper.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball, let's get the show on the road because I'm sure everybody wants to watch that nonsense All-Star game. All right. So what if they were black? This is our segment. This one's Pickups Inside Edition. I'm pretty sure it's Inside Edition. Fair use. Pink vigilante out there.
The restaurant customer who shot and killed an armed robber is coming forward today. The drama erupted at this restaurant in Houston. You can see the masked robber brandishing a pistol, ordering all the people inside to hand over their money. The guy in the gray t-shirt throws some bills on the floor. 2 customers cower under a table as they give up their cash. But the t-shirt guy is about to act. As the gunman walks by, he leaps up and opens fire with his own gun. Then he tells the victims they can retrieve their cash. And then this happens. He makes a startling discovery about the robber's pistol.
A fucking toy.
That's right, cops confirm the robber was using a BB-type gun. The customer can next be seen taking off in a pickup truck before cops get there. Police issued this photo of the guy they want to question. Now his lawyer has reached out to the DA's office, saying his client wants to talk about what happened. The big question, could he be charged? Or was it self-defense? Thomas Nixon is a Houston lawyer and former police officer. Could he face charges for the shooting?
He's not going to face charges for the shooting because he was the victim of an aggravated robbery in progress. He was put in apprehension of serious bodily injury. You can defend yourself with lethal force in that circumstance.
Would the fact that this was not a real gun play a factor in whether or not he's charged?
No, it isn't. Because of serious bodily injury or death, however that happens, you don't even have to have a gun to do it. You can still be shot in Texas.
Wow. Wow. Well.
So a kid can walk up to an adult in Texas with a toy gun and be shot dead.
Apparently.
First off, I saw an interview. The mom was saying that, the son had just gotten out, was turned his life around. Didn't look like it, rest his soul, but he had just promised her he was going to do right. My only reservation in that whole thing was that, as you said, it appeared as though he was walking out.
Yep, he shot him in the back.
Multiple times, which is, I'm not saying he's a skinhead, but he didn't have any hair on his head, and jumped off in his pickup truck.
Yes, he did.
Because you can do something doesn't always mean you should, and doesn't always make it right.
Facts. But if he was black, I'd be talking about a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so sure, but I think the guy is getting it's open and shut self-defense by the letter of their law. Yeah. But I know what you're saying. Let's just say if those were all Pookies in there, and instead of a robbery, it was a gun gang activity or something, but the guy came in there and minded his, hit who he hit, and he's walking out, and then some other Pookie shoots him. I'm just not, well, they be getting a lot of self-defense, though. They do get some self-defense.
Yeah. But I think it would be probably adjusted, how they do. The laws are not interpreted the same when it comes to us, period.
Yeah, it was similar to the quote of the day,
Yeah.
This policing system was designed to police us.
Yes.
Not people of color, not white people, us.
Facts.
So it's just tough for me to get a feel on that. We got to do better as a people. That's not the plan, to go in there with a toy gun and rob somebody, rob a whole restaurant full of people alone, and walk out with your back turned, and don't back your way out of there. Don't demand that they put the money on the table so that you're not bending over.
Putting your gun up while you're picking up money off the floor.
Yeah. In Texas. You know they strap in Texas.
Yes.
You know.
I don't think you need a concealed carry in Texas.
No. I think that may have
open
been
carry.
That may have been suicide by Pink Man or something, but
he thought he was out of there.
Yeah. We gotta do better than that. Yeah, so.
Didn't look like it was his first time either, so.
Right. The guy was walking out and you shot him up in the back. And then left the scene.
Yeah.
And you're not facing any charges.
Yep. Got right on up out of there. which I guess, you know, if you don't want to go to jail,
Right, and be held
do.
overnight on nonsense. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And go there and you get your lawyer.
Yeah.
Have your lawyer contact him out there.
I don't think any of that was his intent, but once the video got out, you know, and his truck was all on there, then he decided to get his lawyer and handle it that way. But I hear you. That would be the prudent way to go about it. So, all right, tonight's topic, Tyre Nichols, RIP, condolences to the family, unpacked. So we do have a dome teaser. This is a riddle. Your mind is an awful thing to waste. So here it is. You guys feel free in the chat to come with it. A tree doubled in height each year until it reached its maximum height over the course of 10 years. How many years did it take for the tree to reach half its maximum height? One more time. A tree doubled in height each year until it reached its maximum height over the course of 10 years. How many years did it take for the tree to reach half its maximum height? All right, don't look like we got a thumbs up there.
Oh, you got thumbs up.
Oh, you got thumbs up. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll be finding that answer to the riddle quite frequently. But yeah, self-love's answer is 100% correct. You guys feel free to type it in the chat what you think it is. Phone lines are open, 424-900-6945, 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Troll free, absolutely troll free.
That's right. Trolls get what?
Holes around here.
Yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah.
We'll make you famous.
I'll make you famous. Yeah. All right. So let's jump at it. I don't see any answers from the chat, so we'll give them time to marinate on it. Enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. Tyre Nichols, y'all. Rest in peace, brother. It's been noted that art reflects life, but can AI be considered artists? I mean, without living life?
In my opinion, AI is not alive. It's not conscious as of yet. And I'm not sure how creative it can be. Just using what it has in its arsenal to regurgitate.
I don't think this is right.
What you're asking?
We've got two who can see.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's just bite, which goes against it, especially
Jim,
hip-hop.
Can you take it back?
Of anything we do as a people, as far as originality and things of this nature, but
to take it back,
self.
This is
in a sense, like I think Emerge
should be Tyre Nichols Unpacked. What video is this? Do you see the? Yeah, you're running the break video. Big ups to production. Big ups. We'll just run 1 minute of it since we had the delay. Hey guys, please like, share, subscribe. We're here to unpack it.
Feel free to text 424-900-6945. Also, you can type your questions in the chat. Is that the same one? Let me check something. It probably is not playing.
It's been noted that art reflects light.
So if this is the same video, man. The one that's titled Tyre Nichols Unpacked. It's probably not playing because it's got yes. So maybe it won't let us play during the live stream. Is that it? Let's see if that's it. If that's not it, we'll just get it going. It's not going to play it. I think we've discovered that in the past. If it's got one of those restrictions on it, it won't allow it to play. It's got the parental prescription. So that's what's doing it. All right.
And it acted like it was going to, it put that up there, and then it went to the
click
next
confirm.
video.
Yeah.
I didn't know it went to the next video. I thought it still was playing.
Yeah, it should give you a thing that says confirm. And you click confirm, but I guess it ain't giving you that.
No, it didn't play. I was clicking it and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it went right to the next video or what have you.
Oh well, so swell. Y'all can watch that on y'all own. All right. So today's show, we're gonna talk Tyre Nichols. Who was Tyre? Why was he stopped in the first place? Why did he run home to mom? We're going to discuss the 12's actions, the DA's swift action. Are black cops held to higher standards in these cases? That's something we're going to be discussing as well. And how we're all about, this is a solutions-based podcast, how to avoid becoming the next victim of 12. So that's what we got in store for y'all. It's interactive. Chime in, please. Makes for a greater show. Who was Tyre Nichols? What do we know about Tyre Self-Love?
Young man from Memphis. I think he was a FedEx worker, I think I heard.
Yeah. He was a dad too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Father. Can't remember how old he was. He was not old though.
I think 29.
Yeah, yep. And someone who didn't deserve to get murdered like that. That's crazy and sickening.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Seemed like a good guy. You know, wasn't out here being a pookie. Big ups to Pookie. We're not here to judge anyone. But, you know, following the laws, you know, looked like an upstanding black man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did 12 stop him? And I'm discussing the whys that they gave.
I'm not sure. This case has been like very hard for me to pursue because I'm getting tired of time and time again these videos with this nonsense happening.
Nonsense.
And I purposefully didn't watch the video. I did some research around it, and I don't remember hearing why they stopped him, but it was a traffic stop or something.
Well, according to 12, they were following him, and he was driving recklessly, like speeding, driving into the opposite side of traffic, just total reckless driving through the residences of Memphis. So
Okay, is that dash cam proof of this at all?
Yeah, no. So their account has been 100% proven as factual, not factual, but as a lie.
Okay, that's because that all sounds like some crapulous
Yeah.
crooked cop speak.
Yeah, but that was their reason for stopping them, their alleged reason for stopping them and going in so hard and coming in so hot and snatching them out of the car. But none of that happened. So this was to, you asking a question. So when PD found out that their account was a total lie, they fired him immediately. But I would say this, even had he done all of that, he didn't deserve to be beaten the way he was.
In no way, shape, or form.
Which is weird when you're talking 12 speak.
Yeah.
Like the other video we played. Yeah, well, they found cocaine and marijuana in his system.
Yeah.
That didn't kill him.
No, sure didn't. That lead, that bullet.
Yeah. Well, in his case, they tased him multiple times and his heart couldn't take it. They got him back to the hospital and he died. But in that case, but yeah, exactly. Self-love. So they lied. Okay. They lied, which shouldn't surprise anyone. I wish we could have played that video because
it was a lot said in there that was.
Yeah. But when you look at the video, there was 2 stoppages. So initially he pulled over the reckless driver, alleged reckless driver, pulled over. And so the video starts, the body cam starts with them like, get out of the car, get out of the car. Snatched them out of the car. This is a guy who wasn't reckless driving. This is how they approached him. Guns out, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. Snatched him out of the car onto the pavement. The young man, rest his soul, was face down on the pavement. They had one of his arms. And they kept telling him to lay down. He's like, I am laying down. He's like, you got to put yourself in this regular law-abiding citizen's shoes. You're driving to your mom's house, not speeding, not breaking any laws, not high, which 12 kept saying to all the videos. He got to be high off something. No, you got to be high off something. You're high off something. Turns out he wasn't high off anything, wasn't drinking. He's just making his way to his mom's house. 12 is jumping out on him with guns, snatching him out of the car, and he's asking why. Does that seem too far-fetched for someone?
No, we want to know why. What did I do? What's going on? Why are you doing this?
Correct. Now, we've discussed this on this show, but we'll get into that. That's more towards the solutions. So they kept asking for his other arm, his arm, so they can, put him in the cuffs. And they wanted him to just lay flat on his stomach, probably so they could put their knee in his back, make him not be able to breathe. Which is the reason why a lot of people don't want to just lay on their stomachs anymore, 12, because you've proven that
you'll kill them.
Yes, that's how you suffocate them. Correct. Now, they started tasing him, bro. So they went to tase him because they felt like he wasn't just going into the cuffs, but he still didn't know why any of this was. He's in shock.
Yeah, they maced him too, didn't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, they maced him, but the wind hit it and he maced himself. That's why they was mad. He maced himself. They tased him. He was able to wriggle out of it, and took off running. So the 112 who had got maced, his video of him, it was a white cop with him who was, putting water in his eyes and everything, trying to get him. And so they called it in, that he's on foot, called in his description, black male, So he's running, made it by, damn near made it to his mom's house. And he got spotted, of course, by one of 12. And then they just proceeded to just beat the life out of him. But we'll get more to that. Why was he running home to his mother's self? Man, you're a black man. You have a mom.
I guess he thought that was going to be a safe space. I don't know. She stopped them or convinced them that not to.
Where's this in the black man's playbook? Where is this in the black man's playbook?
I don't know, because that's not.
I got to call your son, my nephew, and say, hey, look, if you're ever getting jacked up by the Gestapo, don't drive home to mom. Who do I drive? I don't know. Pull over, do whatever. We're going to get there, though. But don't drive home to your mom. It's 12 don't like that. Now, if your mom was what? Pink.
Or 12.
Correct. Then it may help. Big ups to Sharuka.
Big ups. But I don't know if this is ready for this yet, but I had heard that Brother Nichols was involved with one of those guys' women, or they were dating the same woman.
I knew it had to be something, bro. I hadn't heard that. We definitely need to get into that. But not yet. I want to still unpack the going home to mom.
Safe space. You're a protector, single parent homes. Mom is everything.
Man, we got a reaction in us, man. I should say something to these fathers out here. Our moms are the protectors in our minds.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is if you ain't no father.
So you, Self, when you brought up, because I kept saying, I didn't think necessarily, but it felt personal.
Yeah, what other reason did they have to do that? He didn't do anything wrong.
You remember that case where that lady in Chicago got shot, and she had worked in the building I was working in at the time downtown. I knew, would see her. I didn't really know her, but remember, and she was dating the female cop's boyfriend or husband or something, and the female cop stalked her and chased her through Chicago and killed her. It smelled of that.
Facts.
Which is kind of explaining why the melanated would do that to a brother like that, who's got a good, clean record, and right?
The only record that was tarnished was with them.
And they were all in one fraternity. I don't know when they were made or unmade, which is a whole nother topic for another discussion.
It was just two of them, right?
Oh, just two of them were
yeah, that's what I think. It was just two of them that were in that fraternity. But
and they were go ahead, bro.
Police, and they was in a special unit, so
Scorpion.
So that in of itself is like they were in the same
brotherhood. Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. If this news you're bringing, it sort of makes it all make sense.
What gives it some sense, because it still don't make sense, but
it's still
gives
dumb
it some
as hell.
sense. Right? It doesn't fucking. But otherwise, it's like, why? It really don't make you don't even have an angle of why they did that.
Right. And you got your Scorpions involved, and you say, man, we're gonna shake this kid down. Wow. I hadn't heard that at all. Where'd you hear that? You getting this from your KKK feed again?
Yeah, in the internet out there. Some rumor thing or whatever, and then break down why and said some things that And then a few different places. So it was like, I don't know if it's any truth to this, but
Or he could have even been mistaken for somebody who was dinking his girl.
That could be too. Because he seemed very surprised by the whole situation.
Yeah, he might have complied if he was reckless driving like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know why y'all doing this. You know what I'm saying? My bad, but, you know.
Yes, sir. I don't know what that music means. It's about that time. Thank y'all for being here. The Self-Love Show. Unpacking Tyre Nichols. Talked about some things in the first half. We're going to expand the conversation in the second half. And got a couple of videos for you to watch. They're very interesting. Very well done. But you know what?
It's been noted that art reflects life, but can AI be considered artists? I mean, without living life?
In my opinion, AI is not alive. It's not conscious as of yet, and I'm not sure how creative it can be. It's just using what it has in its arsenal to regurgitate what you're asking.
We've got two who can see.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's just bite, which goes against, especially hip hop, the tenets of anything we do as a people, as far as originality and things of this nature. But Self, in a sense, like, I think Emerge, yeah, it was Emerge. He told me back in the day, was it Emerge? It might not have been Emerge. Who was this? May have been. But I had a hip hop artist tell me that they don't listen to rap music because they don't want to be influenced by it and subconsciously bite. So I was saying, like, Michael Jackson.
When I'm working on a project,
yeah,
I don't listen to nobody else.
Tune out. Yeah, but at your foundation, you know, what's that? Blues evolved from gospel, and then I think jazz from blues. Then you got into, you know, there was something right before hip hop, R&B maybe. But don't we all kind of do that though? Like Michael Jackson said he was a fan of
ignorant.
You know,
Ignorant.
James Brown. Yeah. James Brown. Yeah. And other artists. Do we not stack? I mean, there's no way to say that we're not downloading this information, whether it's subconscious.
No, we absolutely learn from others. I mean, there's no way around that. But back in the day, hip hop, it was egregious to sound like somebody. And now a lot of people sound just alike each other. We have to ask somebody who it is. And AI, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it was. You're right. Each artist that came out in hip hop, it was refreshing because they weren't like any other artists.
You get attacked if you sounded like somebody else. They'd be like, man, you sound like. Nobody give you that respect.
It's very true. Yeah, and so artists would, to prove and to show that they can do those styles, but they all had their own
for the most part.
Hey bros, what's going on? This is Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Do you still have
Got
them?
mine.
Do you have yours? Should have been another one after that.
Oh, is it?
Should have been.
OG on the bass, nigga.
What are you looking at, slave? Poets tend to bear all, to expose all. At least the dope ones do. Rest up, my boy.
12 pigs with lipstick, first prize. In cute little blue SS uniforms, sad, chicken little. Livers and gizzards so brittle, pigs to slaughter. Lambs of the creation, pigs blowing 7 horns of 7 nations. 12 unicorns added 1 giant leap just for reverberation. I got a feeling, yes, I got a feeling that swine ain't healthy or appealing. I got a feeling that soon the kings will rise and start doing the kneeling. I got that feeling. 12. I go higher.
Welcome back to the Self-Love Show. Today we are unpacking Tyre Nichols. Those were 2 wonderfully made videos. Hope you enjoyed them. But we're about to expand this conversation. Any questions from the chat? Let us know.
R.I.P. Tyre. Hey, you guys like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get them in the building. Second half of the show. We're going to touch on a few more topics. Love it. Get some interaction out there from you cats. We need to know how the people feel because the people are peopless. And this is for the listeners. Yeah. All right. So if you watch the video, so now they were just, First off, we didn't see the video. They redacted a lot. I couldn't find but they were beating the crap out of him. I mean, just beating him literally like he stole something. Kicking him. And then when they were finished with him, and then the 12 just walking around, talking about my knee hurts. And man, he got to be on drugs, because he was strong and able to, take, how much it takes to destroy a melanated soldier. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so they just sat him up against the squad car, trying to talk logically to him. Now you can imagine how much brain damage he had at this point. And I sat there and watched it. They said they called paramedics, but I didn't see him.
I heard they said that they called the paramedics.
Yeah. I was waiting forever watching it. I didn't see them come over and treat him and all of that. I didn't see it. Because the supervisor or somebody like that was on the scene. That's how long they were out there beating him down in the neighborhood. And he's calling his mom, screaming for his mom the whole time. And they kept saying, give us your hands. Give me your hands. I mean, but the guy wasn't a threat. You just, give me your hands. Pip, pip, pip. Give me your hands. Pip, pip, pip. I mean, you're going to knock me silly. Give me your hands. Pip, pip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just, you don't even probably know what you're talking about at that point.
At that point. And you should know that.
And that they are just saying that because they know that they're on tape.
Correct.
It's part of the script.
Which they were blocking the body cam footage they showed, and there was another camera up top. I just never saw a straight stream through where they showed exactly what happened to that guy. His mother saw it. Whenever there was a kick or a major punch, you didn't see it actually land. From all the video I saw. But I was like you. I didn't watch it right away. I didn't try to go through and watch it until we were preparing, for the show. It's tough to process that information.
Yeah.
It took me forever to watch the George Floyd video, only because, we were covering it. So.
That's one of the reasons I didn't want to watch this one.
Yeah, another one of us, calling out for mom. So what do we know about the cops? Okay, I think we said one of them, a sister had already complained against them.
Yeah.
It was a robbery or a stabbing or something that took place that they had nothing to do with. They were at Dollar General or something in the parking lot. I mean, regular black women, professionals. And a Karen 12, might have been a black woman. I think it was a black woman 12. Start harassing them as they were leaving the scene. Didn't tell them why they were being, held back, why they were being detained. And one of those officers showed up as backup and knocked that lady's shoulder out of socket. Going in.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. And that whole team that got split up was the Scorpion or whatever it is. I'm sure they've been doing this all along.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You see all the arrests they had over yes.
So, that was business as usual. That wasn't like their first time beating somebody like that.
Correct. And again, I'm not saying it should be okay if it's Pookie. I understand 12 has a tough job to do with a lot of crime and violent stuff going on in the street. But I've been accosted by 12, and then once they realize, okay, he's not Pookie. Not saying they should be violating Pookie's constitutional rights. But at some point, they normally be like, once they realize, oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, oh, yeah, okay, well, just get that fixed and you can go. You know what I mean? I understand it's shaking me down because I might have been in a questionable area, a red area, and even that's wrong. But
Absolutely.
Scorpion should be trained enough to know this isn't that guy.
He was the guy that they were looking for.
They're actually reviewing all of those Scorpion case convictions. So.
They're going to have to, because all of them can't. I mean, you know, they have to. They have to review them all. They have to look and see if they did any of this, you know, for some of these confessions.
And Sharuka said Sharuka didn't watch the video. A said, of course not. Pending litigation, they won't show anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of litigation, your boy's back out there too. What's that attorney name? He represents everyone.
Oh, Ben Crump.
Yeah. Crump's on the job, so.
Yeah, well, I have nothing good to say. Don't say nothing. So I'm gonna.
Crump's got license to practice in all 50 states, huh? He's been passing all these state bar exams.
I think you have to pass a certain amount, and
Oh, I see what you're saying. It won't have to be 50 states, but in certain regions. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's probably right. All right, well, he's processing information. At least we're hiring black. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to complain all the way. But yeah, so there was one pink. He wasn't initially charged. I'm not sure. I don't even think he's been charged yet. But he wasn't even initially fired until some hubbub, you know, some backlash. You know, he was there. He's part of the whole thing. He didn't put a stop to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He didn't do any active beating though, did he? But he
fired off the taser.
Oh, well, then he was part of it.
Yeah, he was there at the initial snatching out of the car. You know what I mean?
So he was there. Period. I mean, she tased.
They found a way not to charge. They found a way not to charge him and not to fire him after the initial investigation. I mean, you're spitting in my face and telling me it's spritz. Is that spit? No, it's spritz. Spit, spritz.
Peeing on my leg, talking about it's raining. Like, motherfucker, it's not raining from your midsection.
Right. Right. A said he's helping the people. We don't know what's in his heart. They hid that pink for a while. Yeah, they did. You know, some sort of gingerbread pink too. You know, he looked fluffy. You know what I mean? Like, how are these guys making?
I heard somebody say that they saw a white hand in one of the videos or something. So that's why people were like, "Well, what happened to that guy?"
Yeah, well, a lot of the body cam. Yes, he was there, and yes, that's what I'm saying. He was all involved. He's the one called it in. Yeah, and he's running. He's black with a hoodie. He's running. You know what I mean? Could have a weapon, all that kind of 12 talk, you know. But these officers, none of them put a stop to it. There was one of them who had tweaked his knee, probably harassing a black guy. Should have been on desk duty, but I guess they were understaffed that day, and they had him out there on the street with a tweaked knee. And that's all he was talking about. Yeah, my knee, baby. Tweak my knee again. This guy's sitting next to them, literally dying, bro. And they're out there telling me, yeah, you got that. Oh, yeah, you sprayed yourself with that. You know, they're talking about the pepper spray. You got that pepper spray. Yeah, they were out there having a good time. And then they talking to Tyre, you know, man, what you on? What you on? Tell me what you was on. I mean, just kept saying he was on drugs, bro.
It was business as usual. That's how you know for sure it wasn't their first time. We've
got to learn how to play possum. I'm not calling us coons, but we've got to learn how to play possum sometime too. You know what I mean? Oh, he's not moving. Yeah. No, he ain't. That guy's not moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But his moves seemed like they were moves that your nervous system would make under. That's what his movements seemed to be, and they couldn't realize that.
Bro, they didn't care, man. That's all I'm saying. They didn't care.
Yeah, that Scorpion team got disbanded. The Memphis Police Department on Friday identified the cops as Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills, no relation, Jr., and Justin Smith, no relation. But they didn't identify the white guy because he wasn't charged yet.
I think I saw a picture of that white dude.
Yeah.
Of course, I've seen all of those black dudes.
Yeah, and they were all immediately decertified too. So
yeah, so
they'll never be cops again in this country.
And that's how it should be every time. Any of them do any of that, they should be decertified.
Correct. On a federal list, like the creep list. What do you call that? When they've been messing with little girls and boys. They go on that list where they got to register every time they replace.
They're sex offenders.
Yes, pig offenders. We need a pig offender list, and wherever they live, everybody in the community's got to know what. That's a pig offender right there.
Yeah, I mean, something of oath. What are they?
Yeah, oath breaker.
Yeah, and they break your oath.
That's an oath breaker.
That means you can't be a cop anywhere else no more. So all of them should get that.
I'm taking it a step further. The private citizens should know. You should have to register when you move to a community that you're a what?
Oath breaker.
Seriously. We got to know how to deal with these people because they retire and then they go shoot you in a movie theater because you allegedly threw, soda on them, or popcorn on them or whatever, and then, walk off and walk off free for self-defense. You know that cop beat that case, though, when he shot that pink man in the movie theater. Yeah, no charges, self-defense.
Wow.
That's why I'm saying, in my world, these oath breakers should have to register. He's a registered what? Oath breaker. Yeah, I don't want these people around my daughters, wives. I don't want them in the community.
I hear you.
Yeah. I don't want him on the security guard at the local Walmart. No, he's a registered oath breaker. We don't know the details of it, but he's a what? It's an oath breaking something.
He needs to figure a different line of work.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So yeah, you were just kind of going into it. The DA's swift action. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, it's just proof that it could happen in every case, and not when it's just black people.
That's
it's
good
proof.
Point.
They could just fire them, bam, get rid of their immunity by charging them and all of that.
Police union can't come out and put a kibosh on it.
That's right. And that could happen in every case. So it's a precedent. Let's see if they roll with it across the board. But you can see it's kind of disingenuous because the pink guy is not on the list, and he's not in the photo with the other 5 guys.
Yeah. So they have been added to the county's list of law enforcement officers whose credibility had been questioned. 4 of the officers had prior violations at work. All but Bean had been reprimanded or suspended in recent years, either for failure to report the use of force. To your point, the Scorpion's been out there doing it. Failure to report a domestic dispute. That's probably what you're talking about, the domestic dispute. Maybe Tyre was dinking his girl. Or for damages sustained to their squad cruisers, according to Memphis police files. The officers worked for the controversial special unit. That unit has made 566 arrests between October 21 and January 22. So,
What?
yeah, 3 months.
Wow. Yeah, it's got something wrong with that.
22-year-old Montarius Harris, who filed a federal lawsuit this week, suing the city and those same 5 officers for allegedly beating him without cause just 3 days before they pulled Nichols over.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Other first responders have been fired or suspended in the weeks since Nichols' death. The police department announced that a 6th officer has been fired. That was a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
And a 7th relieved of duty. While the fire department fired 2 EMTs. Should have fired them. Like I said, I saw no emergency response. And a lieutenant after an internal review. As many as 13 police officers could end up being disciplined.
Dang.
One of them took pictures of Nichols as he lay bleeding against a police car. It's reported that he then shared those images, including with non-police officers, bro.
Like I said, wasn't their first rodeo.
Well, they're
how many
painting
times he did that.
Well, you said that. You did. That you did. But the investigators are painting a picture of the officers with a very unprofessional attitude. I can't help but think that's because they're black. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
And the crap that they're doing. So there's that.
There is that, but you know, that's that code. He's unprofessional.
It's both, and you know, I said and. I didn't say other, because it is, that is why. But the crap that they did, you know, makes it justified in their mind anyway.
Investigators say the officers broke department rules by using excessive force. They didn't even report itself. The excessive force to Nichols. They also say officers took off their body cameras and that they were laughing and bragging about the counter immediately after.
Yeah. Real works. Real works of art. Works of crap, rather.
Yeah, they're definitely pieces of work. Definitely pieces of work. Definitely. But so now they've been charged with 2nd-degree murder, kidnapping. What are your thoughts on these charges?
Okay, so that's a start. I could see why they would just do 2nd degree, but if it comes out that he was thinking his girl or whatever, then it's got to be raised up to 1st degree, because it's just ignorant. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. To suggest that it's not. The kidnapping, okay, I'm with that. You know, ran him down. They supposed to do that?
Yeah, they ran him down for no reason. Like, what was going to be the charges? What were you stopping him for? Ace said former 12 killed Ahmaud Arbery in Florida, the father and son. Exactly. These oath breakers need to be on a list. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if they have it.
It was in Georgia. He said sorry in Georgia.
Yeah, in Georgia.
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, these oath breakers, hey, I'm thinking even if they're not oath breakers, former 12, the assumption is what? You violated somebody's constitutional rights out there, you son of a bitch. All former 12 should be registered potential oath breakers wherever they live in our communities. Because they're running around like Ahmaud Arbery out there. I mean, like the killers of Ahmaud Arbery.
Registered potential.
Yes. Oath breaking son of a bitch. You know what I mean? I need to know who these guys are, running through the community. At least we'll have that rule in Silverdale out there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you got to register. We're gonna put his picture out there. This guy lives on your block now out there. He's former 12. He's probably got a gun and a happy trigger finger, and he's gonna try to claim self-defense. We need to know all of this.
He's gonna say he feared for his life.
Yeah, he's gonna gas you up over some nonsense. Cut your phone. He's gonna tell you in the movie stuff. When you're texting your daughter. That's all the guy's wife said he was doing in that movie theater. Cut your phone off, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to watch a movie. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. He had to have said something that pissed dude off, man. You're at the movie theater and you're just sending a text. You're not even talking. You're sending a text to your daughter saying, are you okay or whatever. And you got some jackass behind you, talking to you like he's 12.
Yeah,
And they should have to wear a doofus cap, dunce cap, so that you can spot them out at the movie theater. So I'm not sitting over there.
80-day scarlet letter.
Yeah, former 12. Yeah. But I can't help but think that these swift actions, that, again, this whole show could be a What If They Were Pink segment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, it proves that it can always happen in every case. So that's the only thing that I, can see positive out of it and take light to, like, so if they can do that there, then all of these can do that.
But it's always been like that.
They got no excuse. Right. But now they got no excuse.
But we've been saying that on this show, though. It's always been like that. The black cop was always held to a standard, didn't get the back up like the way these white cops got. You remember we had your boy on the show. His dad was a former black cop, started the black police union.
Kobe.
Yeah, and there's some of the things he was discussing.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
You take Pac-Man out there. He used to wear his hat Ace Deuce, run around there and allegedly take money off the guys. Suppose he had his own trap house and all that. You gonna tell me there's no pink ones out there running their own trap houses and things of this nature?
I would say it would be more.
Right. But it's hard. It's hard to defend it based upon them being black. Are black cops held to a double standard?
If you're trying to be a good cop and do the right thing, yes. If you try to call out somebody and all that, you can be putting yourself in danger. So it's a bad situation. Big up to the good cops that, do it like it's supposed to be done. But I couldn't do it.
And bro, racism is a system of oppression. So a lot of folks have said, well, why are the people protesting? Because we feel like if Tyre Nichols is drop dead gorgeous, long flowing blonde hair with the pretty blue eyes, I don't think those black with the great genetics, smart.
Oh no!
I don't think the black.
Oh, Leitner.
I don't think the black cops would have even done that to him.
I'm sure they wouldn't have. And they're there to serve a purpose in Memphis, and I guarantee you that 90% or better of those 500 arrests in 3 months were our people or brown people, and 1% pink people, maybe.
But the psychology that the black man is always the threat, And that was my take on it. Like, once you put on that blue uniform, it doesn't remove your blackness. I can't say that 100%.
No,
and it can't for everyone. But, you know, a lot of them, when they put on that blue uniform, they're representing the Gestapo.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yes. Yes.
And the guys who trained them have told them, like that white cop, if that was a white guy, that white cop would have put a stop to it all. He'd have called it in differently.
Yeah.
These guys are out here harassing this citizen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're out of control. They're unprofessional.
No, that's how they roll.
Man, you brought up a great theory, though. Yeah, but this DA has no problem treating these 5 black officers as common everyday criminals.
Right. At all.
Even the national news narrative has no problem making commentary that we've made about white cops for 100 years now, if not longer, about these black cops. They have no problem.
No. And, you know, just you said something a couple of minutes ago that because they put on that blue uniform, don't change your skin tone.
Don't change your skin tone.
You can't take the black part off. You know, you rolling with people who won't take the black part off of you, which is the whole system. So,
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not in the business of protecting the police. So I wasn't going to start being in the business on this particular case. But at the same time, you know, our platform, we don't, you know, stand on our people, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. We pretty much ignore it more than anything. But this is tyranny. It's tyranny. And the sad thing is, I don't believe that those officers would have done that to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed citizen.
I don't either. I think they're getting a whole lot of, well, they felt like they're getting a whole lot more trouble. And I don't think they imagined that this would be a problem.
Correct. Because that's how they've been rolling. Correct. Wow. And this is after Black Lives Matter movement. Joe Biden was going to get into office and turn this all around for us. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
He beat the crap out of somebody 3 days before.
Who, Joe Biden?
No, the Scorpion team or whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
He just didn't beat him to death.
And didn't report that either.
Right. He wasn't reporting nothing.
And covering up their body cams.
It was rogue.
Yeah, I had to believe they was doing something. And because I thought maybe the guy, I didn't think marital affair or nothing like that. What I was thinking is maybe they was just trying to check him out, see who he was, because they run a block. You know, the police, they be like, man, this our, you know, they'll tell you that this our neighborhood. You know, and sometimes you take it like, did he mean that from a police point of view, or did he mean that literally?
Right.
He's working for some guys and this is their neighborhood, because I have heard that. You know, you take that how you gonna take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had some LA sheriff's deputies tell me that. This is my neighborhood. I'm like, all right, I mean, okay.
I'm not doing nothing here.
Right. Exactly.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that, you know. So why did he flee, Self? Why did Tyre flee?
Because they could not tell him why they were beating him. No one told him why. No one gave him any reason.
Because there was no reason.
There was no lawful order.
Right.
There wasn't a lawful order given. And he asking, what are y'all, why? What are y'all doing this for? And there was no lawful order given.
Well, before I forget, 2 things to the kids. Never fight over a female, to the young men out there. All right. Now, if you're protecting your woman, that's something different. But if it's anything consensual going on out there, don't do it. Don't fight over a female. There's plenty what?
Women.
Yes. There's plenty more fish in the sea out there. It's just nothing's good ever come from that.
And little girls too. Men, young ladies don't fight over. Yeah.
Yes.
Period.
Don't
do it.
Your covenant is with your creator, your family, and potentially your mate. But if that covenant's broken by your mate, there's no agreement with the third party. That third party who you want to fight and stalk for dinking your girl or sleeping with your boy, they don't know you half the time, and they don't, have an agreement with you out there. They don't have a trust. So me personally, I always took it as, hey, better you than me. You know what I mean? So better you than me. I'd high five the guy. Oh, you dinked it. You know what I mean? Roof. But that's just me. I'm a different type of sociopath. But yeah. Also, this point I wanted to make. Another thing for the kids. Do not run from the police. I'm going to repeat this to you again. I learned this at a very early age. Do not run from the police. And if you do run from the police, you better what?
For sure, get away.
You better not get caught. Because if you do get caught, what's going to happen? Talk to the kids.
They will beat you.
They are going to beat the dog crap out of you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 99 times out of 100. We got to qualify it, allegedly. And oftentimes when they get you back to the lockup, they're going to what self?
Lie about it. Lie about what
they're going to beat the crap out of you some more.
Yeah.
And then lie about it. Correct. So, don't run from them. I mean, just don't. If you're running and you're stashing, evidence or something like that, maybe that's a risk you want to take. But for general nonsense, especially, just don't do it. Don't.
If you ain't did nothing, don't give them a reason to shoot you in the back.
They didn't say you had marijuana in your system.
Nonsense.
But how? We've touched on some things already. How do you avoid becoming the next Tyre, rest his soul? I watched the video, and as I'm watching it, I'm just thinking, and people say, well, you're an older man now, but even as a younger man, hey, I know where my bets are hedged. I had a pig out there in DuPage County arrested me for resisting arrest when he grabbed me by my head and tried to bang it on top of the car out there and bust all my teeth out, and I braced myself. They threw that out of court. I told the judge what happened. I don't even think the pig showed up. My point is, but it gets to a point, Self, where nothing good is going to come out of this for me.
Yeah, I believe Tyre Nichols had no idea that was going to go down.
You don't think he's ever had any interaction with police? Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had any interaction, but from what everybody's saying.
We just gave rule number 1. You learned that in the neighborhood. You weren't out there about that life. Everybody told you, numerous people in your family. It might be different for white folks, but black folks, you don't run from the slave catcher. But go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, he ran after he, pulled over. Like you said, he stopped and was getting tortured or beat.
It's the same way they tortured Kente. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's why he ran and running that in the police mind justifies any treatment you get from them at that point.
Well, see, you didn't watch the video. And I'm not victim blaming. I'm talking to the youth out there.
Yeah.
Even before it came to tasing and the pepper spray, there's a time where you just give yourself up. There's a time after I've said it, you assert your rights, you state your rights, but then at the risk of violence, officer, because you guys are acting like this, due to me feeling like you're violating my constitutional rights, I'm going to comply to your unlawful orders simply off of the risk of violence. And then you just comply, bro. Like he didn't just let them handcuff him, which is essentially all they want. Well, I'm not going to say they want to beat the crap out of him after, but even then, you just got to take that with them handcuffs on.
I mean, you're going to get it either way, son. It's a chance you don't get it if you comply and get it. If you comply all the way.
I've taken 12 to their limit, and then you got to know when to comply.
Yeah.
And if you watch the video, you're going to see it. He did nothing wrong. He did everything. I'm just talking to us as warriors, as survivors. Like, you can't win, man. They're arrogant. A lot of these officers are on drugs. Many of them are suicidal, bro. Hey, there's no difference if I'm in the alley with Pookie. Hey, Pookie, get a job. Y'all needed this and that and the third. Stop doing this. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Once they start, they're about to pistol whip you. Hey, it's not necessary. No, that's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? None of that's necessary. It's a certain moment. When I watched it, I was like, oh, I wish Tyre, rest his soul, had watched the Self-Love show. Because to your point, he had no idea that it was going to escalate, and I knew it. And maybe you could say I knew it because I'm watching in hindsight. No.
All right.
I've interacted with 12 being pulled over in them south suburbs for nonsense. You know what I mean? And, it gets to a point where, they're about to beat the crap out of you. And you can decide whether or not you want to take that beating.
All right. Why?
We're all adults. It's not a parent-child relationship, but ultimately that's what it almost becomes like at that point. Your dad or your mom, they got to that point. You know how far you can push themselves. Then that belt comes out and you comply. Or what?
You get the belt.
Yes. And usually the older members, the silverbacks in your family who've been through it, and it's not necessary to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Just go over there and pick up your shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary to go through that. And we've been preaching that. We've had Big Nick South Florida come on the show, Lil Nick. And this is kind of training that's really needed because, to your point, he had no idea. And I think all the old heads that told me, no, you might think it's fun and games with them cops. Don't run. Come on, Self. He in Memphis, man. It's like Chicago, Oakland,
Whenever
LA.
you run, it's like
true.
Like they making them chase you. It breeds
anger in them.
Yes, it break and hurt the ego. So
yes. Speak your piece, but you can speak your piece in the cuffs from behind the car, especially if you have no record. You didn't do anything. You said it earlier. You didn't even do anything. They're going to have to take you to jail, process you, and let you out. I'm not pulling a run home to my mom card at that point. That's all I'm saying to the kids out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I hate to sound like I've been watching the KKK feed because that's what they say, comply or die, which is wrong. But since that's what we're up against, well, do it at your own risk, but, then your family's in pain, your moms, your sisters, all them, they're crying because you lost your life out there.
Yeah. And running when they already know who you are, what's the advantage to that? They're just gonna come get you.
Yeah, they're just gonna come to your mom's house and start beating the crap out of her. Because she's gonna probably fly off the handle. What are you doing to my son? And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to say because George Floyd did comply. He did get to that point and comply, and he still died.
Yeah.
That was what was so messed up about Floyd. He got to the point where he's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Put the cuffs on. Right. And they still need him out like that. So nothing's 100% when you're dealing with the Gestapo, but what's worked for me, people, is, you're either going to run and get away. All right. You have to run and get away. I've gotten away as a younger youth. Oh, but it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that much. And that was just curfew coming from Mendel. You know what I'm saying? And they were mad like we had, carjacked somebody or something. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Driving all through the city. And if they would have caught us 13, 14 years old.
Yeah. That would have been a beating.
A learning lesson. Correct. Yep. So, sometimes you're better off getting processed out there. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, they'll throw it out of court. 12 will drop the charges and, slap the officer on the hand, and he'll live to go kill another brother, but at least maybe that won't be you. So that's all I got on that. You got any closing words on this topic, bro?
Every day, make it your business to get home safe. And do what is necessary to make that happen.
Facts. Whether you're dealing with Popo or Pookie. Facts. Because I've had this with brothers getting shot over nonsense.
Yeah.
Hey, I know your ego is one thing, but man, give me a old blockchain and watch how fast it. You say you want this? I'll deal with what's his name, Lil Durk on the back end, but you want this? You know what I'm saying? Yes, my life's valuable. That doesn't make me a punk. It just means I value my life out there. All right.
Much more than things which can be replaced.
Yeah, nonsense chains. You know what I'm saying? Correct. Right. Yeah, something they made in China for $10, $5 even. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to the riddle because nobody had class in the chat to solve the dome teaser. A tree doubled in height each year until it reached its maximum height over the course of 10 years. How many years did it take for the tree to reach half its maximum height? Self-love.
9 years.
How did you compute that?
Well, since the tree doubled in height each year, half of its maximum height would have been the year before.
Brilliant. And you guys, the key to about 3 or 4 of these riddles now has been 9. Huh? Can't go wrong guessing 9. But that was brilliant, bro, because I didn't come up with that. When I was looking through it before, I had to look at the answer to get it. So I'm not going to go hard on the chat, because I didn't get it. Had I gotten it and you got it, I would go hard. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, big ups, big ups. All right, so we did. We answered the riddle. The 19th show. Oh, we got Joe Rilla coming in the building. Wait, the 26th.
Okay, because I was thinking to myself, is this the 19th?
Yeah, the 26th. We got Southside hip hop artist. He's plugged in with some major names out of New York. You know what I'm saying? Got some great music. Met this brother in Chicago, at the local corner store out there. Chopped it up with him. It's funny though. He doesn't seem to be part of the drill scene, so to speak. Hip hop has a purpose.
Looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, you guys. And we also got some other guests coming your way as well, as promised. So y'all tune in to our new date and time, which is until further notice. It's Sundays live, 2 p.m. Chicago time. And if there's any minor adjustments or tweaks to that schedule, we'll definitely let you know. Self-Love and I will bend for certain guests. We'll bend for all guests if we have to. But we try to stick to a regular schedule. Next week, on Mouthpiece Included, we're going to go ahead and cover how the Bears should move. We all know the Bears are on the clock. We talk politics. You guys can pull up and be part of every show. How the Bears should move. We're going to have our mock draft, talk about some potential free agents we should sign. So whether or not they should trade Justin Fields for a rookie and things of this nature.
Yeah, ridiculousness. They trade Justin Fields. I'm done.
That's what I said. I gave it 7 years at least. 7 years. I'm done bearing down.
That regime got to be gone for a long time, and everybody they picking everything.
Yeah, I don't care if they black or not. You get rid of that black quarterback, first one we had in years. I'm gonna be pissed. So, but enough.
I mean, real franchise type quarterback we've ever had.
Correct. Outside of Sid Luckman, you can't take nothing away from Sid.
Well, I've never seen Sid Luckman. He wasn't in the Super Bowl era.
All right. You can't take nothing away from him. All right. I mean, we don't know what was in Sid's heart.
We don't know what's in Sid's game either. Never seen any of it. Maybe I need to research some Sid Luckman. I know he got some records still.
Yeah, Sid, he was a winner. All right, but enough of my yapping. I'm gonna turn it over to this brother for my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's wordsmiths. Final words out there.
Tyre Nichols, the next in the long list. I got one question to ask y'all. Are y'all pissed? I know that I am, and I'm tired of all the BS.
Be blessed.
These politicians need to resign so we can lay this crap to rest. I see how you handle situations when the skin is dark. But when the skin is pink, it's like y'all built Noah's Ark. 2 little piggies, 4 little piggies, 5. They get to go somewhere else and live their lives. Not even care about the destruction they caused in their path. Or how the people reacted to their wrath.
Check the
Y'all
math.
do the math. Happens way too many times. We the people. We the people. We the people. We have to take a stance. Otherwise, we're going to keep letting the devil dance. We got to make a change, and it's got to come from us. Because these lawmakers and these laws ain't made for us. I know we complain about this system, but it was never built for us. We need to build our own. We need to build our own until it's overgrown and universally known. Words.
Words. Let's build our own Silverdale. Let's build our own out there. Well said, good brother. Well said.
Much appreciation.
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know.
I know.
You know what that means? Latin means know thyself.
Bullets or boomerangs.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah. An eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
12, Squalid. Slave theorem. Greed, add ego, sprinkle in some fear, and you got slavery.
Well, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
Fear is an illusion.
Facts. All there is love, so vibrate love.
Forgiveness is the highest love vibration.
So forgive and do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end the beef.
Facts. I heard that healthy people heal that people.
Yeah, because we know hurt people will hurt people.
Free the old man, free Larry Hoover.
Free Jeff Fort.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison is slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment. And while you at it, be like St. Pedro, a black man. Keep your eyes on Yahushua, a black man. And you too. will walk on water.
Yeah, man, just move mountains.
You kidding me right now? Move a whole mountain?
Yeah, it ain't that hard. All we need is the faith of a mustard seed. And as you know, we got way more than that. That thing get right on out the way.
Word?
You'll see.
Hey, y'all like, share, subscribe. Know yourself. Love yourself. Support the Self-Love Show. Uncut. Quality content. Appreciate your support. Protect the young ones. Protect the women. Protect yourself.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to balls.